This is the shape of a power chord, and this is what it sounds like. But 90% of you still aren't getting these right, and today we are going to fix that. Hello, my name is Spencer Askin, and I've been a full-time professional guitarist for over 15 years, and today we're gonna learn about power chords. Power chords are foundational to how guitar works, especially in rock, pop punk, metal, emo. So understanding why this shape works will help everything else make sense and sound good. We're gonna find out exactly what are power chords, why are they important, and how to play them correctly. If you're a Patreon member, you're gonna be getting additional songs to practice breaking in your brand new and improved power chords at the end of this video. So let's get started. A power chord is a two-note chord built from the root and the fifth. That's it, just two meager, measly notes. A lot of players add the octave, the 8, because it makes the chord fuller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's still only two unique notes. If you're coming from another instrument, piano, sax, tuba, violin, power chords might feel weird. They look too simple, too empty, doesn't feel like a chord, but they're foundational to how the guitar works, especially in rock music, pop punk, metal, emo, anything that needs punch, clarity's got distortion on it, whatever. And understanding why this shape works is gonna help everything make sense. Let's talk shapes. A basic power chord on the guitar uses your root note and then 2 frets up, 1 string down for the 5th. For example, if you want a C power chord, you're gonna put your root note on the 8th fret of your low E. So let's find C doing that. E, F, G, A sharp, B, C, here we go. And then 5th is gonna be on the 10th fret of A, because we're going down 1 string and 2 frets over. You can move that shape anywhere. We could go 7 and 9. That makes a B, 6 and 8. B flat, 5 and 7. 3 and 5. So when we're gonna talk about those power chords, we would describe them based on the lowest note, because that's like the root of our power chord. So instead of saying a 1-3 power chord, I would look at my lowest note and say, well, that's an F, so I'm playing an F power chord. Or really, I would say an F5. Now, if your root's on an open string, the shape stays the same, meaning the distance between these notes stays the same, but your hand is gonna do something a little bit different. So if I moved everything down 1 fret, now I've got an open E string, and I've got 2nd fret on the A string. See how that distance is still the same? So I'm pretending my first finger is playing open, and my other finger is playing 2. So that's 0 and 2, 1 and 3, goes to 0 and 2. That's an E power chord. A lot of people would play it like this. Most people would play it like that, myself included. But if you're really going to town, you certainly could do that. That's what people would call an open string power chord. Now, no matter where you play them, the distance is the same if your roots are on the E and the A string. When you move it to the other strings, because of how the guitar is tuned, you have to tweak some things. We'll get there later. Your hand just slides around the neck, so lock those fingers in place to keep those shapes the same. Now, any normal chord progression like G major, C major, D major can become a G power chord, C power chord, D power chord, or, you know, like we talked about before, G5, C5, D5. Because 5 just means power chord. It means your root and your 5th. That's like your classical shorthand for power chord. Power chords are neither major nor minor because they don't include the 3rd. The key of the song will determine how the chords feel. That major or minor feeling to the chords, that is implied based on where the chords are within their key. You don't need the 3rd to tell you what's what. So it's this. That is very noticeably gone from that chord, right? As soon as we do this, now it's major, now it's minor. But if we're playing a Blink-182 song, you are not allowed to have one in there. You can just do this. Proper power chord technique involves playing on the tips of your fingers, fretting cleanly, no buzzing obviously. Your wrist actually plays kind of a big part in the cleanliness of your power chords, especially when you're moving them around from string to string, because the underside of your fingers are going to mute your lower strings that you're not playing. So check it out. If I play a power chord on the E string, and I have my wrist too far this way, you hear all that. If I pull my wrist back, now the underside of my index finger is just lightly touching these. And it's muting all the strings that I don't want you to hear. When you're doing a power chord based off the A string, you can fret a little bit lower on your first finger so that the very top of your first finger can lightly touch the E string to mute it so you don't have an open E string. So check it out. Here would be if I'm fretting my root on the A string with the very tip of my first finger. It would sound like this. Now if I fret a little bit lower on my first finger, you could hear this. And all I'm doing is lightly touching the E string with the very tip of my first finger. The goal is that you only hear the 2 or 3 notes of the chord that you intend to play, nothing else. Here are a few great examples using just power chords for today. The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. We're gonna just do a power chord reduction based on what we just learned. Here we go! We should probably loop that one. And here's Wonderwall with power chords, because you can play anything with power chords. There you have it. Almost any song can be reduced to power chords because they use fewer notes, so they're not that hard to play, and they avoid major and minor definitions. That's our lesson today. If you're a Patreon member, stick around for even more songs to practice with power chords. Here we go. Alrighty, so that's it for our lesson on power chords today. If you liked this or this helped you in any way, please, 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 please let me know in the comments below. As always, let me know what you're working on and what you'd like some help with. I'm always taking suggestions for my next videos. I am throwing them in the trash.
Great shot.
And if you're starting to take this guitar thing seriously, you know where to find me. It's over on the Patreon. Thank you and goodbye.